companies that paid up to $15,000 sat back here, and on the right side, in yellow. And only one company paid $75,000, which was at least 20 to 30 feet from the presidential table.
And behind the table.
And also, behind the table, all these companies did not pay any amount of money to be seated there. I'd like to tell the honorable committee here today that the A that you see up here, these are award recipients. And you notice that the award recipients did not also pay to receive prizes. They were seated in the back. Now, there were 25 sponsored tables, and therefore 108 seats available for sponsors. 108 seats. There were 11 complimentary persons that sat on the gold table. And when I say complimentary persons, they did not pay $100,000 to sit on that presidential table. None of them paid $100,000, not one person. There were 322 seats that we gave as complimentary seats. And on the gold table, there were 9 officials made up of the Ministry of Trade and Industry, the Greater Accra, Regional Minister, GIPC, His Excellency, former President of Ghana and his lovely wife, Honorable King, and also Honorable Carlos Ahenkra, and of course, the head of state, the President of the Republic of Ghana, was also seated on that table. Total 20 seats on the gold table. 20 seats. No company sponsored the qualification amount to sit on this table. No company paid $100,000 to sit on this table before the event. No company. There were 23 awards given on that night. 23 companies received awards that evening. Out of the 23 awards that were received that evening, 13 companies did not sponsor, and yet still received awards. Again, 23 companies received awards that evening. 13 companies did not sponsor any money, and yet received awards. And again, that is to illustrate the fact that people did not pay for their awards. Out of the 11 people that received complimentary seats on the table, 5 companies sponsored before the awards. 5 companies sponsored before the awards. And they also received an award, 5 companies. However, there were 2 companies that were on the table that received awards and only gave an ex gratia contribution after the awards towards this very cause. 2 companies that were seated on this table, the gold table, that received awards and only gave an ex gratia contribution after the awards towards this very cause. So again, I'd like to make this very clear that I want to categorically debunk that conception that people pay cash for a seat at this or next to the president. It never happened. I'd like to further make another presentation as I sit down.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, okay, good. Mr. Chairman, the first awards that the Millennium Excellence Foundation hosted was in 1999-2000.
Excuse me, is that the only copy you have?
I have not.
If you have more than that, It's further away from us, so we are not able to see what we are. Oh, maybe if we turn.
It's in the order, yes.
Let me see. Okay. In 1999-2000, as you can see here, this is the presidential gold table. And seated on that table is the founder and president of the Millennium Excellence Foundation. And on the same table, we have His Excellency, the former president of Ghana, and the First Lady, Nana Kunedu Agyemang-Rawlings. I was seated on that table with the head of state. At that same occasion, you will also see the president receiving a prize from the founder of the foundation. And also on the same stage is the former First Lady. At that event, the President of the Republic of Ghana and the Head of State, President Jerry John Rawlings, made his statement. That was in 1999-2000.
Always give the date.
Yes. In 2005, our next event, where we have the presidential seating, the founder and the president of the foundation is seated on the presidential row next to Dr. Kofi Annan. And on the same row, we have our life patron and the board of the Millennium Excellence Foundation. Again, on the presidential row, we have the ambassador and founder, Ashim Morton, seated with Dr. Kofi Annan and his lovely wife. This is the presidential seating, the front row. I'd like to inform this august body that on that occasion, His Excellency the former President John Ajikum Kufuor was present. The same President Kirikou was also present from Benin. The late President Aloy Mahama was also present. And His Excellency Adam Kojo was also present. If I were there, I would have been sitting next to the President of the Republic of Ghana and Head of State. But because other heads of state were there, I had to sit next to Dr. Kofi Annan. This was in 2005. Again, this picture shows you all the heads of state and the vice presidents. I was seated next to the chairman of the board, Dr. Kwabena Dufour, and on the same row, we had Cardinal Texan and our life patron, 2005. I'd like to also inform you that at that occasion in 2005, a special guest was the former late president, vice president, and the current Minister of Trade and Industry, Honorable Alan Chairman was there. And I'm also happy to inform you that my president and head of state of this country, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, was also present at that occasion in 2005. Again, at that occasion, the President of the Republic of Ghana and Head of State then, His Excellency John Ajikum Kufuor, made his presidential statement. In 2010, the chairman and myself paid a courtesy call to our life patron to informing about the next initiative we're hosting in Accra. We also paid a courtesy call to the late President John Atta Mills to inform him about the IMNET program on 2010. I was there with my board. The late President was invited to the occasion. He was to attend the event in 2010, and so he asked the late Professor Kofi Awuno to attend in his stead. I sat on the same table with the dignitaries. Now, in 2010, the late President of Libya, Brother Muammar Gaddafi, received a prize. And because he was not able to come to Ghana, together with myself and my board, we traveled to Libya, Tripoli, to present his award to him. This was in 2010. In 2010, this was the board that I'm talking about that traveled with me to Libya, Tripoli, to see Muammar Gaddafi. In 2012, the foundation hosted the Lifetime Africa Achievement Prize in Kenya. This is the presidential gold table. As you can see, in all the events that the foundation organizes, we invite the head of state in all our programs from 2000 all the way to today. We invite the head of state. So the president of Kenya was invited. He could not attend the function, so he asked the vice president to come in his stead. So the president of the foundation was seated on the same table with the vice president and the president of Zambia. This was in Nairobi in 2012. Again, the presidential awards, I'm seeing standing here with the vice president of Kenya, the president of Zambia, and other dignitaries. This was the occasion when Aliko Dangote, Mo Ibrahim, and other dignitaries received their prizes. This was in 2012. In 2014, we hosted the same event in Akwa Ibom, Nigeria. The founder and president of the foundation, which is myself, sat next to the vice president of Nigeria. The president of Nigeria, the former president of Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan, was invited to the occasion. He could not make it, so he asked his vice president to come instead. As you can see, Ambassador Beho is seated next to me, and that is the vice president of the Republic of Nigeria. On the presidential awards, I'm seen standing next to the vice president of Nigeria, Tony Elumelu, Jim Ovia, and other dignitaries in Nigeria, Akwa Ibom. We have again the founder standing with the former vice president of Nigeria. This is in 2014. Here we see the chairman of the Millennium Election Foundation, Ambassador Victor Gweho, presenting to the former vice president of Nigeria the award to the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan. In 2015, the Millennium Election Awards hosted its next event in Kumasi. The former head of state, John Mahama, was invited to that occasion. On that day, his advance team were in Kumasi up until 3 o'clock. And then later during that day, we realized that the former president, John Mahama, was not coming. The seats that you see me sitting on here was the seat for the former president, John Mahama. But because he could not make it, I sat in his seat. And next to me is our life patron and also the former president, Jerry John Rawlings. About an hour and a half when the program had started, the president's representative, Cecilia Johnson, arrived at the function. So she stood next to our life patron. This was in 2015 in Kumasi. Again, this was the former President Jerry John Rawlings greeting me, the president of the foundation, and our chairman, Ambassador Victor Beho. This was in 2015. On that occasion in Kumasi, the former president of the Republic of Ghana and head of state, John Ajekum Kufuor, received a prize, but he was out of the country. So after the event, myself and the chairman of the foundation went to present the former president of Ghana, John Ajekum Kufuor, his prize in his house. In 2016, the founder and president of the foundation, Ashim Morton, together with the chairman of the board, Ambassador Victor Beho, traveled to Zimbabwe, Harare, to invite President Mugabe to come to Ghana to receive his prize. But that event did not come on. He was not in the country. The event went on anyway, but he was not able to come to Ghana. His advance team were all in Ghana up until the day of the event. In 2017, as has been said earlier on by the chairman of the foundation, Ambassador Victor Beho, we paid a courtesy call to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana and the head of state. This is a depiction of that visit. I am seen standing next to His Excellency the President and head of state. On that same day, we hosted the Ghana Expatriate Business Awards, and on the stage, the head of state is seen presenting the award to the top prize recipient, and I am standing right with the head of state on stage. This was in 2017. So, Mr. Chairman, the illustration goes to show you that since 2017, up until now, the founder of the foundation always sits next to the head of state. I also want to make another illustration here.